Hey everyone, welcome to I Truly Love It. My name is Susan, and this is episode 27 of Junk Journal Sketches. In Junk Journal Sketches, we just grab either a scrapbook layout or a card making layout, also known as sketches, and we turn it into something we can use in our junk journals, whatever kind of journal, whatever kind of scrapbook, whatever you're working on, make it work for you. So this is from Page Maps, I guess I should say. I'll have the link below. This is from April, words are hard, April of 2014, from the Card Maps archive. Um, and so I'm working on a recipe journal. So I saw this, and of course I thought, okay, this is easy. It's going to guide me in that direction, but it doesn't have to be food related at all. It could be whatever you're working on. So if you're working on something for Easter, put a bunny there, put a Easter lily. If you're working on something for Halloween, jack-o'-lantern, make it work for you. It's just a map. So let's study the map here. So we've got a page in the back, scrapbook paper, digital paper, piece of cereal box, whatever you want. Now this looks like it's just a strip of paper, but in the world of junk journals, we like to make belly bands. So I'm going to make a journal card that can be journaled on the back of, but it's also going to have a belly band where I can tuck something in it. So this is some gingham, and I will show you the papers I've kind of toying around with. Now you see the mason jar here, but it doesn't, like I said, have to be a mason jar. I do have this mason jar sticker from Simple Stories. What's the kit called? It was called Simply Vintage Berry Fields. I believe I got that from a Peachy Keen haul. So I can make maybe a little tag or something similar map design. I've also got this digital of a old label from June Boy Kosher Style Dill Pickles. So I might do something like that. But I also went and found some jar, what do you call these, graphics, digitals. This one here is from Canva. It's a freebie. I don't have a Canva account or like a pro, so I'm just getting the freebie stuff. I do have Graphics Fairy account. If you don't have that and you don't mind digitals and you want some things to use in your journal that are vintage, items, obviously. Anyways, these two were from Graphics Fairy. So I printed those out. You can size those however you want them. As far as a sentiment, this wouldn't need one. Mason jar might, but I don't necessarily want to put a sentiment. Maybe I just want to put a label. Junk journalers, we just like our labels. Could also put, since I'm doing recipes, I got a little piece of a recipe there. There's a little flower bunch there, so we'll look into that. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. I probably won't do this little string thing. Boy, are you able to see that? I just looked over. Sorry. This little string thing. No, probably not. I don't do well with string like that. But you do it. That's you, okay? Don't let me hold you back. Yeah, so let me tell you about the papers I have. So this is from Betty's Custom Designs. It's called Red Vintage Papers, I think, on Etsy. There's I don't remember if it's all, I think it's all one item, but you get 3 files, like 3 different, things. Like these were in there. That looks very Christmassy to me. This was a freebie from freebie from Kara Brandon. It's like cherry lined paper. So I don't know if I want that as the background paper. It looks like basket weave. Did I already say this? I don't know. I feel like I've said things in my head, but I don't know if I've said them out loud. This is scrapbook paper. This might be a little too patriotic for me. I think I may just stick with the red and whites, but like I don't think that would look good with green. So, but if I found something else to use, like maybe I want to use that, or maybe I want to use the Mermaid brand of sardines there. All right. What else do I have for background papers or papers in general? This was a Kara Brandon freebie from her July, from her coffee shop. Go check her out over there. 2023 maybe. So you can always use that and then add to it. Let's see. That's just part of the red vintage kit. Then I have, these were sitting over to the side staring at me. I don't know if there's any big enough pieces in here, but those little gingham pieces from Scrapbook Memories, you guys remember those? I still got it in the little sleeve. I didn't just throw that in my scraps and use them. Oops, I got paper everywhere here. I did have other paper here in this kit, but it's like, oh, did you hear that? Something fell. I'll get it later. Anyways, this is like strawberry themed, and I don't want to necessarily just have like all strawberry stuff. So, but I did pull this little mason jar out, which has strawberries in it. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna start, because sometimes that's just the best way to start. I don't know. If you had ribbon, you can use that. I don't know. You'd probably have to glue it to something if you want it to be a belly band. Doesn't have to be a belly band. You could even layer some things. You could even make a little snippet roll piece there and glue it on. Sky's the limit. There's no right or wrong rules in crafting other than don't just let it all sit there. All right. So I'm going to speed up the video. I'm going to make myself a little junk journal card here. Junk journal card. And will I make one for the other journal I'm making? I'm not sure. If I do, you'll see it started right after I finish this one. What's my base going to be? So this, sometimes you have like an edge on things, but this one looks like the whole back is covered. Once again, you do you. Do I want to do it on one of those? Probably not, because I probably would want to maybe put it on. Let's see, how about, yeah, I know, anticipation. Hang on. Is that big enough? Piece of red cardstock. Like I would totally cover this, but then the back, whenever you flip it over to right, you have red. I don't know. Do I want? I feel like I got more paper out. I did. Maybe I want that the background. That's like crackled paint. Like that might be kind of cool with that. I need to trim the edge off. But does that look good with June Boy here? Maybe. Or do I want a mason jar? I don't know. Let's get to cutting. Let's get to making. All right. Okay, you guys, so I've made 3 pieces, 2 for my recipe journal, and I mean, I'm sure you're probably thinking, this is just regular old belly band stuff. If anything, I got some ephemera made for my journal. So this one's belly band. This one was just glued on there. This is from Scrappy Crafts Designs. That's from Betty's Custom Designs. This was just a recipe I had in my stash. That's just cardstock, scrapbook paper, Kara Brandon Daiso. And these 3 pieces are from Simple Stories. Vintage, what did I say? Vintage Berry Fields or something like that. This is just an orange envelope. Scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby. I still got glue. This is from Vistosa from Creating with Jovi. This is going to be for my design team project coming up. So is that flower. I just backed this on some cardstock because at first I was going to make it a belly band and I decided not to. But that was already tag shaped in her kit. So that'll be coming up, these 2 journals. Now I've got things for them. Once again, this will be linked below. And if you have a mason jar die cut or stamp, you could do the jar if that's what you're wanting to do. But once again, you just make whatever you want to make. It's just kind of a guide. But of course, obviously it was a greeting card, but you make it into whatever you want to make it into. So you can do a card, envelope, tag. All right, guys, I appreciate you and your time. Don't forget to join me on Wednesdays for Which One Wednesday, where we pull some prompts and create something using those prompts. And also join me for Junk Journal Madness, because that's where the recipe journal comes in. April, we're making a recipe journal. And if you are a YouTuber or an Instagrammer, or you're a digital artist, and you would like to co-host 1 month or be a guest host and help pick the themes for the journals to choose from, let me know. Email me, iturtlylove@gmail.com, and or message me on Instagram, and I'd love to have you as a guest. All right, guys. How many times are you going to say all right? I appreciate you and your time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next one, bye bye.